you wait for that Terran army to move out into the open. You don't want to engage them on cliffs or in small choke points. You wait for them to move out and you try to flank him. So Apoth did a really good job there with the Hydralisk force. He spread them out in a nice semicircle, brought in a few Mutalisks to make the Goliaths target them, and the Mutalisks would target the tanks to help kill them faster. So I really feel this is Apoth's game for him to lose at this point. He just got to keep putting on the pressure and he will steal the win.
Yeah, right now crashing down at the 6 o'clock and everything working in Apoth's favor now. Again, I really like the tactics of continually throwing those troops back. It looks like he's going to move in for a drop. Let's see how well this could actually be a game changer if he can do enough damage or at least force these Hydralisks back. Looks like the whole... actually, I'm not even sure that'll be enough. Goliaths are dropping into the secondary, but there's still those bases in the upper left getting all sorts of drone kills at the very least. But in the meantime, taking a lot of damages on his front door, and there's a lot of Hydralisks bearing down right at his secondary right now. Denials. That's the thing about mech, is it's a very expensive build. It's a very heavy resource build. So now he's in worry of getting starved out, honestly, throughout the late game. Looks like a single Hydralisk trying to engage some of these Goliaths in the back edge. So at least that natural secondary was drained, but in exchange for essentially a base, map control, all the SCVs off the line against a pretty sizable Hydralisk army, looks like he's going to lose the secondary as well. And I think once the secondary goes down, which let's see if these SCVs doing a pretty good job of repairing it, but even in this situation, I think we're going to see a GG in not too long.
Yeah, Waston, he lost almost all his SCVs at the secondary, lost just about every single one from the 6 and the bottom left. Managed to save the secondary CC, but he wasted a lot of resources repairing that. Obviously, mining time comes into play. A lot of forces of the Terran have been destroyed in the process of defending that. And the Zerg has, 5 bases. He's retaken that 12 o'clock location. He's got all the gas in the world. Really, he just got to make a bunch of Hydralisks, maybe even try to do a drop at the rear of the Terran main, pull some forces out the front door to deal with that, and then just come and crash in once again. Looks
like we see another dropship moving in transition, and we're simultaneously seeing a Doom drop from Apoth going into the bottom right-hand corner, so simultaneous drops. And between the two, I think the more successful of which is definitely going to be the Doom drop that's going across the factory line. Just all the troops out of position. I don't think they're really going to have the troops to deal with it all together, and I think this is going to be game-ending. Yeah, all sorts of Hydralisks. And this is very interesting play, I got to say, from Apoth, and very successful, sticking to essentially infantry mid-game tech this entire game. But yeah, unloading everything, going to be able to do a lot of damage to the main as long as he can micro this a little bit well. But actually, I take it back. It looks like that army going to be able to, in a nice kind of defensive position, going to be able to take a lot of this out. It's just going to be factory kills as well as some supply depot kills, but that's still going to hurt a lot. Also able to take out that dropship, which is devastating. Looks like SCVs were evacuated from that expansion in the bottom left-hand corner, but still siege tank hanging out there doing some damage. Let's see if some troops can be produced to finish this off. And Apoth putting on the pressure, now moving some Hydralisks that were produced straight from the main, going to just barrel them into the natural secondary. And if this natural secondary falls, that is going to be it. Again, just mechs so expensive. The main already very thin. The secondary has to stay alive, has to stay producing, and it looks like it went down. All the SCVs dying. And with that maneuver, Apoth has sealed this game for him.
Yeah, the game was already solidly in Apoth's favor after he took out the bottom left and the 6 and did all that damage to Denial's SCVs to his economy. Now it's just Denial's is in denial. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, bad joke. And isn't willing to concede the game at this point. He still feels that, mech is powerful, but it's not going to win the game, even with 2-2 upgrades. There's just too many Zerg expansions, too many hatcheries producing units, and it's just he's just fighting an uphill battle. I really don't see any way for him to come back into the game. I hate to be a negative Nancy.
Yeah, just getting starved out, and right now, even though the main is out for Apoth, Apoth has bases to spare all over the map, whereas Denials, is going to have a hard time producing anything at this stage. Especially even his main, very light, doesn't have a lot of SCVs, has to go in with an all-in attack. Looks like the Science Vessel killed very quickly then. And now, this is actually a bad position for Apoth to engage this mech army, but it's still going to be successful. Just due to pure mass is really what it comes down to. He also has that level 2 Spines upgrade, which is definitely helping. This is going to be probably the last siege tank, and probably the last little juicy bits. There's GG from Denials. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
GG!
GG! I have to say, though, this is probably the best CSL match I've seen as altogether, just in quality of play. So great job on both guys. But yeah, quick win for Cal.